Hello everybody, I hope you're all keeping well. In this week's Parshat Beshalach, the Jewish nation are heading out of Egypt. They're heading towards the Sea of Reeds, the Yam Suf. And Pharaoh looks out and he sees his slaves have gone. He has another change of heart. He wants them back. Where are my slaves? Where are my workers? I want them back. He feels cheated actually. And maybe rightly so. Because not so long ago, Moshe had told him, let the people go for 3 days. They'll go for 3 days, they'll get a bit of rejuvenated, they'll come back and they'll serve you again. And Pharaoh remembered that conversation he had. The 3 days were up. Where are my slaves? I want them back. A friend of mine needed to buy a new computer. And the sales were about to start. Great sales, 50% discounts here, 40% there, 60% somewhere else. Great prices, great discounts. And he kept on coming up with excuses why not to buy the computer during the sales. Oh, not right now, I'm a bit tight on money right now. Oh, I haven't had the opportunity to look up exactly what I want. And then this one, the specs on this one aren't the greatest. Something else. No, not. Time and time again, coming up with excuse after excuse why not to buy the computer he desperately needed. Until eventually, time ran out. The sale had passed. The opportunity to buy what he needed at a great price had gone. So too here. Pharaoh had the opportunity to let the Jewish nation go. Moshe came and said, let them go for 3 days. And he said no. As a consequence of him saying no, the plague started coming. And at each and every interval between the plagues, he had another opportunity to say, go. Take your people and have a time out. But every single chance, he turned around and said, no. And by the time the 10th plague came, Makat Bechorot, the killing of the firstborns, and Pharaoh came running to Moshe in the middle of the night. As the song goes, Pharaoh in pajamas in the middle of the night. It was too late. Yes, he said, go, take your people and have a time out. But the sale had gone. The opportunity for there to be a 3-day respite and then Jewish people would come back was no longer available. The only thing left on the table was the true freedom which the Jewish nation deserved. How many times in life do we have an opportunity put in front of us and we let it just go past? There's a story in America of a charity which was arranging an event, it was raising money, and they had a raffle at the end of the event, and it would be the top prize would be $50,000. So they had their charity website up and this and that and the other, and a couple of days later they raised all the money they wanted to, and they drew the raffle. But there was a problem. The name that they drew out was of a person whose card had bounced. The money he had promised did not come through. So they called up the local rabbi and said, well, what should we do over here? Should we just pull another raffle ticket out? Should we give it to him? What should we do? So the rabbi said, you know what? Call him up. Call up this person and say, we really appreciate, that you want to donate some money to our charity, to our cause. But unfortunately, your card bounced. The money you had promised did not come through. We just want to know, would you like to perhaps give another donation? Don't mention anything about the raffle. Just say that to him. So the charity did that. They called him up and said, would you like to do this? And the guy on the phone said, no. I gave you my card. If it didn't work. That's it. If he had just said, yes, you know what? I'm struggling a bit at the moment. I can't give it to you right now, but I will soon. He would have got $50,000. And yes, there's no way for him to know that. But the opportunity was there for him. And when we have opportunities that look tiny, small, inconsequential maybe even. The choice is there for us to grab the bull by the horns and really go for it. Who knows what amazing changes could take place? Shabbat Shalom.